payday. Thursday is payday for me.
You get your check on Thursday?
I sure the fuck do.
I need to work with you.
Go.
All right.
Welcome, everyone. This is Did I Lie podcast. I'm Shanae.
You're Fatima.
Jaleesa's here. This is episode 1.
Woo!
Yes, we so hype about this. We feel so blessed and ready to go.
Super happy to talk shit because you know we've been locked up in the house.
Oh no, and that's what we're gonna get into this episode, just being quarantined. But I'm Jaleesa.
Lockdown first 48 is Fatima.
Yes, I'm Shanae, Nene from the Black.
We from the block of Astoria, Queens, guys, and we just have a lot to say, and we've finally come together to share our stories with you.
And what y'all got into? That's what we want to know. So make sure when you listen to this episode, you leave us some comments. Let us know how your lockdown went, how your quarantine was. Is you pregnant? Is you engaged? What it is. What's up? Today, we gonna talk about being on lockdown because that's what we're all dealing with. That's what we're all facing right now. Being trapped in the house. Are you wearing your mask? Are you sanitizing? Did you run out and buy up all the fucking toilet paper? Because if you did, that was foul. Like, niggas couldn't even wipe their ass.
Do you make everyone stand in the hallway and strip?
Right.
Spray your clothes down.
Did you spray niggas down before they came in your house? I hope you did.
Let's start off with how this started. We got a little notification from the news that around mid-March, that there was a COVID virus going around. It hit New York City bad. You guys will learn that we are from Astoria, Queens, New York. New York, it was hit the hardest in the United States. And so our governor and our mayors put on strict lockdowns.
Shout out to CUOMO.
Hey, CUOMO.
I think he's single, but we'll get to that another time.
He needs to get with my mother. She bored in the house.
Right.
In the house bored.
I feel
He
like
was with Sandra Lee. That was the other one.
he was with Sandra Lee for a
He
minute.
was with 4 shots of vodka?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was with
Was he?
Sandra Lee.
Let me
Yes.
look it up.
They were together for a minute and then they broke up. And I feel like that was such a cute little couple. I like
She was
Sandra
probably
Lee.
an alcoholic.
No shade. Most white bitches are. All right.
Sandra Lee. Yeah, they were together.
They were together. Yes.
She can cook.
No, because I like Sandra Lee. Don't play Sandra Lee because she keep it real. She like, fuck it, we gonna use this cake mix and that's just how it's gonna go. Get you 4 eggs and a stick of butter and you done.
Did you hear what Cuomo said the other day? What he said? Don't make me come down there. Because he saw
needs
all
to.
those people down in Seoul.
No, but here's the thing. Seriously, like, regardless of what you think about the virus, whether you feel it's man-made, whether you feel like it's real, the fact of the matter is, like, a lot of people, like, not a lot, but an astronomical number of people, like, died. So to some degree,
Let me get the
there's,
facts
like,
on
you know,
that.
whether you think, you hear a lot of things. Some people are like, oh, it's 5G, and, you know, this is the government trying to control us. They want to vaccinate us.
Theorists.
Right, and put chips in us. And it's like, listen, for me, I just feel like it's better to play it safe than be sorry, especially people that have children or have parents that are a little older, grandparents, whatever the case may be, you know. But I feel bad, like, for in my personal opinion, I feel bad for, like, the pregnant people. Bella, I know you're not saying nothing. I feel bad for them because or people's birthdays. People had to cancel their birthdays and
Trips, weddings.
Graduation.
Oh, yes.
People struggled for a master's degree. Can't even
People
walk.
obviously out of work. Like, you ain't got but hold on now, because there's a flip side to that, right? So you got the people who's not working. They file for unemployment. Like 3-4 of my friends was like, oh, my unemployment back page is hit. And I'm like, oh, word. And bitches was
They
talking
caking?
like yes. Like, you know, I will talk about this another time, but, like, you know, I'm having surgery in 2021. A lipo bitch is about to be popping. I mean, I already am, but, you know, we'll get
Extra
to that later.
popping.
Extra popping. And my friend that I'm going with, she was like, oh, surgery paid for. That's 3-4 racks that she got in one
Was she on
sitting.
DR?
No, bitch, we staying in America.
Oh, wow.
No disrespect to the Dominicans, but I don't speak Spanish, so I feel comfortable going, you know, where I can, you know, speak my language and you can understand. Don't touch my ass. Just take the stomach out. Like, that's it. That's all I need.
You ain't gonna inject it anywhere?
I'm not listen, I done had an ass my whole life. Whoever want it, they can have it. I will lend it to you, okay?
Bella needs
But
a little.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. She's model-esque, okay? So, yeah. So, a lot of people benefited in this situation. A lot of people didn't. Like, how did you guys handle, quarantine?
In New York City, we did have over 24,000 deaths. Whether you feel any type of way about this, people,
Lost their lives.
Yeah. We had extended family members who also lost their lives.
Co-workers.
Yeah. People that we support at our nonprofit, lost their lives. So this was something serious, and I appreciated New York City taking the steps to tell everybody, sit down, stay home, relax until we could figure this out. So that started, for New York City, about the third week of March. And as far as me, my job pretty much was like, everybody go home, work from home until we get things situated. So I've been at home, and like Fatima said, there are some pros and cons to it. Of course, this is a deadly virus that we still to this day don't understand in June. But we protected ourselves, and I'm thankful to, my immediate friends and family. They were safe. They were kept safe. They protected themselves, the masks, the hand sanitizers, all that stuff. So I started working from home. And one thing that I realized is it put a lot of stuff into perspective for me. I did have a huge amount of anxiety because, again, you're sitting over here watching the news, not knowing what's out there. You're thinking of your family, your sisters. You're thinking of all the people that surround you. And you're like, oh, shit, what about if this hits one of us? How would we react? You're thinking about your mother, your grandmother, all that stuff. So fortunately, everybody's good. The way I managed it was just staying home, working. I was listening to more music, watching more Netflix. I was cleaning my house constantly, organizing. I definitely took this time to really reflect and work on myself and work on my home and just keep in contact with all of my peoples. I was talking to everybody.
Were you promised any trips or dates?
No.
Did any exes slide, in your text? Like, after quarantine, we're gonna... Because I hear a lot of that going on.
I think people got crazy when the quarantine hit.
Definitely. There's gonna be a lot of quarantine babies. I can see it now. There's gonna be a lot of quarantine, like, oh, I thought you was done with that nigga. No, bitch, we back on. There's gonna be a whole lot of that because a lot of people were feeling their oats. They were... missing people during the quarantine. So,
I wonder what he's up to.
Aside from the madness and the craziness and the sadness and all of that, a lot of people were like, yo, I miss my ex. Like, I don't know how, but because I ain't never felt that. But did you experience any of that? Any promised trips? Are you going to Aruba?
Fatima's implying to everybody that I am the single one out of the group.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Did I have people reach out? Damn. Did I have people reach out to me? Yeah. Did I want people in my house? No.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have invited them over. This is purely after quarantine.
Oh, I have a few little gems out there.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see what New York City's looking like, because Cuomo's shutting everybody's shit down when they try to go to a bar.
As he should, because not for nothing, living in Astoria and you go up to the CVS and you see the whole fucking area lit.
People outside.
It's like you would think that everything, basically all motherfuckers did was step outside the actual establishment. They standing outside with
they
their
set
drinks.
up tables, chairs. They drinking
on
the whole sidewalk.
On the whole sidewalk.
I mean, all right, they wasn't doing that March, April, May, but as soon as Memorial Day hit,
as soon as the weather changed, and niggas was like, and when I say niggas, that's everybody, white, black, brown, everybody, niggas, because that's how y'all was acting like niggas, okay? As soon as the weather changed, niggas was like, what corona? What virus? Corona who? Like, nah, we out. It's lit. I see people on my Insta stories with their grills out.
Astoria is lit. You
bitches
go out right
got
now.
The clappers out, like ready. Yes. They got their sundress on.
Me.
I just don't understand it. Bella said, me. Listen, I don't understand it because I'm watching from the window. I'm nosy Rosie in the window like, judging.
But you know what? We have been, I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody, but New York, we were hit hard. And not for nothing, we was trapped in the house, staring at four walls, chasing kids around. we're done. We've been tired. We're checked out.
This
We
has been
wanna
the
be
most peaceful
outside.
time of my life, if I'm being honest.
All right, so
Like,
tell us about your little experience.
well, my job, it was like pulling teeth to get them to let us to work from
Oh,
home.
no.
Like, they were so adamant about, like, you know, we're gonna follow what the city says, but the city had been on lockdown, so that was just a whole thing. But when they finally were like, okay, y'all could work from home, it was a blessing because, like, my home is my sanctuary. That's where I'm most at
I hear
peace.
that.
I'm a home body. I don't care to be outside, even when outside is open. Like, Uber Eats, Grubhub, they know me on a personal level because I'm
You
not
don't know
going anywhere.
how many restaurants I've been supporting throughout this whole thing.
Exactly. Yesterday would have been, oh, shout out, it was Juneteenth yesterday, all right? So my Uber Eats was like, first of all, like Jaleesa has already mentioned, we are from Astoria. I still live there. My Uber Eats was, what did it say? It was like, order from support a black business. I was like, well, let's see what the fuck pops up. Okay, in Astoria. It was like, dead ass, it was 2 restaurants. One was like some
That sounds
soul food.
right.
Exactly. One was like
Soul
soul
Child?
food. I think it was Soul Child.
I support
And
them.
then some other like one with, it was
Soul
Jamaican
Child, where's
food.
that?
That's soul food that I be getting.
Near Ravenswood?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Oh.
So that popped up. had some Rasta pasta for Juneteenth, okay? So, but yeah, like for me, just being home, I'm a shopaholic. I love to shop online, but I've been saving my money because I'm like, listen, we don't know. Like, do we have to flee the country? I don't know where we going, but these were the
Bitch,
thoughts.
where you going?
I know. These were the thoughts in my mind, like in the beginning, because fear makes you think irrationally. And I think that this virus put a lot of fear into people before they started to like calm down and like really think about it and do their own research and, you know, not just listen to the news, because the news kind of feeds you what it wants you to know, you know, in my opinion. So for me, once like the hysteria calmed down, because I was definitely like one of those people who woke up when everything got crazy and ran to Target and got as much food as I could get, as much water as I could carry. Like I was that person. I'm ashamed to say it, but no, not really. I was taking every precaution that I thought I had to. But anywho, yeah, being at home has been great. Like, I never want to go back to work, like physically in the building.
I know.
I never.
I think everybody, for those who've been privileged to still work and have a job,
Twitter, they
Twitter.
said that they indefinitely are letting their employees work from home, and I don't see why not. I feel like if the business is still thriving, and I feel like for instance with my company, I feel like you see less people calling out of work, you see less people coming in late or doing whatever because they're
At home.
You
doing what you need to do. Mm-hmm. You're not rushing to work. Everything's done in the house.
Right.
If you don't have kids, you're not constantly cleaning. Everything's clean. You eat, you wash your plate, and you do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly, you make it work.
A totally different vibe working from home.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just you're just in your comfort space, and then on top of that, for me,
you're in a relationship, right?
Totally.
So how's that been?
Great. I feel like quarantine brought us closer. We don't live together, so we're not in each other's space 24/7. I think that might have, not in my relationship, but that could cause an issue. But for
did
us,
you follow the rules? Did you see each other? Oh.
At first, well, here's the thing. I'm 100% sure, or like 98% sure my boyfriend had corona, because his ass wanted to travel to see his mama in New Orleans and came back and like he just, I want to say within a day, like was sick, coughing, throwing up, nauseous, wasn't eating, and that lasted for like 2 weeks. I want to say he had all the symptoms except for like chest pains. So it was to the point where he wouldn't even text me back. I had to like communicate with his kids. Like, is he okay today? Do you guys need anything?
Wow.
Because he couldn't even like get up out the bed. It was that. And then when we saw like his daughter took a picture of him after the 2 weeks was over, I date I wouldn't say fluffy. Like he's a nicely built man, but he was so skinny. Right. He was so skinny, and that was like alarming to see. with the whole like antibody test, he said he did test positive for the antibodies, so obviously he had it. So thank God he was able to, get well and get better. But as far as the relationship aspect, once he got better, and we gave it like another 2 weeks just to make sure, because you don't bring that shit over here. I love you, but don't bring that shit over here. But it brought us super close together. We communicate really well. We always have, but I feel like this like push it, because you have no choice but to communicate. Like you have no choice but to text and call, because you can't see each other, so you're spending extra time on the phone where maybe you didn't do that before or whatever. And then once we felt comfortable to be around each other again, that was just lit. Like, get your plan B's ready. That's it.
So I think during this quarantine, what me and my hubby did was take the opportunity to really be with our son, get to know him better, because you know how it is. We both work 9 to 5, sometimes overtime. We're always working. So when we get home, we cook dinner, we tired. We don't really have the chance to do what we want to do with him. So we took this as an opportunity, like play games, coloring, all that family stuff, watching Disney Plus, all the movies, all the Netflix, all the Sesame Street, the little racism episode, the little COVID-19 protect yourself.
Did you appreciate this alone time and family time that you didn't have before because y'all was both working?
I think what it really did was to help us calm the fuck down, because we were in that working, making money, we need to get the fuck out the projects mode, and we really wasn't seeing each other and looking at each other in the face. So now that we had that chance, it's like we fell back in love all over again. And it's that beginning annoying couple, like all up in each other's face. Like I couldn't even use the bathroom by myself. Hey babe, what are you doing? Wiping my ass. Like that's how close we were in the house. And I kind of like that, because after having the baby, it's like you so focused on the baby. So I don't know, I kind of enjoyed this.
Can we talk about an embarrassing Zoom call? Why I was on a Zoom call and dude was dead. I guess his desk was in the bedroom and you see his whole bed.
Oh my gosh.
People out there, we're going to do Zoom a lot. I don't think people are going to be rushing to the office.
I hope not.
Please put a filtered background on your meetings.
Or just be careful.
I don't need to know.
Right. Be
how you
careful.
sleep.
Right. Be careful. Pay attention, because people can see your background. I was very I'm very private. Like I don't want people to I was even uncomfortable with the fact that they saw like my headboard was whatever color it is. Like I was just, because then like people are so weird. Like they'll see you at work when we get back.
Where'd you get the headboard?
Right. Like are you
that?
Don't ask me no shit like that. Like what? So I don't care for the Zoom, but I mean it was necessary.
No, I'm shady. I would on the side text people during the meeting like, you see the dude have boy.
Exactly.
Like, I would crack up on people.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's uncomfortable.
But something else I noticed with quarantine was motherfuckers became chefs. Like everybody was making every recipe ever. Like just trying to. And I guess like for someone like me, like I love to bake, so I made a lot of cookie cakes. I made a lot of regular
I made banana bread
cakes.
8 times.
My mom made banana bread, and my mother is not a chef, cook, kitchen,
Was it good?
anything. No, it looked like meatloaf. Oh. That's exactly what it looked like. I literally like put it in the family chat.
Stuff. I would say for me, I made a lot of stuff that takes time to make that I never have time to make. Like
what?
Meatballs. And one time I made Hawaiian chicken skewers. Or, just the whole shebang. Like a real whole meal. Not a spaghetti with salad. I made like spaghetti, broccoli, garlic bread.
Right.
With the garlic butter. So,
I had crab legs in quarantine. I'm not a seafood person, but I decided to have a seafood boil. And I did the crab legs, I did the shrimp, the potato, the corn. For me, the best part was the corn. I don't fuck with seafood like that. Like, I know you're a scavenger under the sea with Sebastian. So, yes, this turkey sausage that they said. I put the Old Bay, the butter, the garlic, everything that it said. Was it good? Yes. But I just don't fuck with seafood like that. So just didn't,
That could have been your last meal, so...
It could have, but
We
bitch,
love-
I'm okay. Like,
Right.
I'm all right. I'm healthy.
Love seafood. Love seafood.
I'm all right. Like, but yeah, I think a lot of people just took this time, like you guys said, to like get their home in order, get themselves in order. For me, I definitely did a lot of like praying and processing
Same.
and, trying to give myself more time, because we forget ourselves when we're working and when especially if you, whatever type of shift you have, it doesn't matter. If you're working, a lot of times you come home, you're tired. The next day, if you have a day off, oh shit, I gotta do my laundry and I gotta do this. That was stuff we didn't have to worry about.
Yeah.
You literally just got to sit with yourself. So I made sure that throughout this time that I did the things I wanted to do. I made sure I was paying off my bills. Like, this is the perfect time. Pay off your
Same.
credit cards, pay off your debts, pay towards your college loan, even though nobody's charging at the
Save
time.
up for a bigger apartment.
Save up your money. Exactly. So
Yup.
this was like the best time to do that. So that's also why I'm a little sad. Like, I'm not ready to get back to regular life and have to pay for shit. I don't want
I
to pay
know.
for shit.
But I also realized too, because same thing that you said, I've paid off 4 credit cards because we're not out and about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to realize, what did I used to buy? Like,
Exactly.
What?
That's why
Useless shit.
I sit there
I used to
and
eat
I'm like,
every day.
where the hell? Well, I know I got a 1-year-old, so I'm constantly buying him. Like, they grow every 2 seconds, y'all.
A lot of my money went to like Ubers.
Uber, food, like food out.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
was like out food because
Going to
I
Marshall's,
would
buying
be
a
so
candle.
tired from work. I just, all right, babe, I'm picking up this and I'll bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
Something quick.
Exactly. So like, this was just the perfect, I mean, not perfect, but it was a great opportunity to take advantage of if you were safe and you were healthy. Like,
Right.
you were able to kind of focus on the things that would make you better. Hopefully, I definitely think this was the time, because a lot of people had opinions like, oh, if you don't come out of this an entrepreneur, if you don't come out of this a millionaire, or if you don't come,
This
like,
was the time to humble ourselves.
this was
not
the time
like,
to like get your soul together. In my
Right.
opinion,
Right.
like,
Be grateful.
prioritize your family. Like, it wasn't about money. Like, granted, yes, you got to save money or you got to invest money or whatever, but this was the time to really reflect and be grateful and be thankful and
Yep.
give praise to whoever you subscribe to. It wasn't about money. And like, people
Right.
were so fucking distorted.
I
in
mean,
some
It was a
ways.
reminder to get back to the basic.
Right.
Like how we all started.
Mhm.
Not, oh, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta work, I gotta dye my hair, I gotta get my nails, I gotta... Let's relax.
Ooh, child, with
Call
my
your mother,
hair.
hush your mother. My hair. Let's not talk about hair.
I need the
Listen.
nail salon.
I'm missing an acrylic right now. Like, that's
Alright,
need
so
Jesus.
New York, we
I'm
going
way
on-
past. I need a salon or something. I need Jesus.
Right.
New
He
York
need to
is
come
going on
down.
phase.
My
New York is
edges-
going on phase 2.
Which is
in a couple of
only
days.
what barbershops and hair salons are okay, but not nail salons.
Malls allegedly 2 weeks later in all stores. We
What
can
about
go and
wax
browse and shop.
places?
That's nail salons.
Okay, that's phase 3. So we still gotta
That's
wait till
phase
like
2.
another. No. I think-
Yes.
oh well, I don't know. I didn't check because when shit open up, like for real, I'm still not going.
Yeah, me.
Like,
So,
That's the-
right, so shit. Like, by the way,
We still
shit's
can't
opening
go.
up. Shit's opening up in 2 days. So, are you guys rushing out?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, damn, the bitch
Absolutely
wanted a
not.
pedicure.
Like,
I
I'll
have
make
a 1-year-old. I can't make decisions for me anymore.
I
It
have
doesn't
nobody,
matter what mommy
but-
looks like.
Right. I have me and my mother who will be 65 soon. And I'm still, because I feel like, listen, I feel like what also the pandemic has made me realize is I really don't give a fuck. I don't care if you think that, like, oh, her nails is not done, her feet is not done, like
That's
her
superficial,
eyebrows.
yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know you. And if I do know you and you're judging me like that, like, fuck you too. Like, look at you. Like, we can go back and forth if you want. No. But yeah, so for me, I'm definitely not rushing out. I do want some faux locks. So depending upon how I feel, maybe sometime in July I'll do it. But in 2 days, fuck no.
No.
You want to go to a salon for that? You rather not hire somebody to come to the house?
No, because I don't want nobody in my house.
There you go.
So I would go to a salon and wear my mask and, make sure she got her mask on and bitch, you washed your hands. I don't care if you just braided my hair. I need to know. I don't want you braiding that shit in my scalp. No, let me stop. That's ignorant. But still, like, I will take precautions and the person would take precautions as well. So, yeah.
So you guys are not rushing out to do anything.
No.
Lights is back on. We're still being cautious and careful.
Basically.
Basically.
No, I hear you. Just asking.
people that I know, they not my friends, but I work with them. They already took their family like more upstate. And they're
Yeah.
sitting outside at Applebee's.
Yeah, people are doing that.
Like I don't do.
Or in the South, Atlanta did not waste a minute. As soon as Atlanta opened up, you saw the niggas out.
Yes.
Not playing in the Galleria. Is that where?
Yeah.
Okay, in the Galleria. All right, bitches was shopping, scamming, boosting.
Pool
parties. That party in Chicago with a young man. He I guess his mom went away or something, and it was like. It wasn't even moving space. It wasn't walking space. That's how many people were out in his crib, and I think the mom got fined or something like that. Like, it was crazy.
I would hope so. She's operating like an establishment.
His ass. It was the son. The son threw like a party, and it just could continue to grow and grow and grow. And there was so many people there that you couldn't even
this is why
move.
I'm not leaving my kids at home. If I gotta go on vacation with daddy, you going to grandma's house. I don't give a fuck if you 18 years old.
Exactly.
And
you ain't
report what the
staying
fuck
here.
you doing. You not getting a key either.
You strict.
Not.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being strict, especially in the world that we live in. Like,
it's not strict, but I don't think
it's constructive.
Children understand that you worked hard for this.
Right, and you just want to destroy my shit and throw a party. Are you crazy?
Are you nuts?
Like, no. Like, I just had a conversation with, I want to say it was my boyfriend, because, like, I personally, if I had to have a child, 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't be a parent that, like, beats my kid. Like, the way we grew up, like, I didn't really get hit. I can pinpoint certain whoopings I got because they were few and far between. But my mother was able to discipline me without putting her hands on me. Mm-hmm. My father's never hit me. That's because that nigga ain't been around. But the few times I saw him, where he felt he wanted to be a disciplinary, person or whatever towards me, he never physically touched me or anything of that nature. So I don't believe in that. I feel like you can raise your kids and you can have conversations with them, especially once they're able to comprehend. I hate I'm gonna pop you. He's one. Like, he don't know what he's doing.
Right.
Like, say
you don't even know
no.
What you're saying.
Like, say no. Be stern. Like, look him in the face so he knows that you're serious. But
that no, you do have to say it 40 times.
You do. Like,
they'll understand.
No.
Exactly.
No.
My nephew is 5 and he will dead laugh in your face. Like, he will super disrespect you. Like, you're funny, auntie. Like, no, nigga, I'm telling you, stop. I'm really telling you to stop. And he doesn't care. But on the flip side, he's a good boy. Like, in school, like his teacher did give feedback. Like, his first week, she said, this is the most polite and sarcastic 5-year-old I've ever met. And that's Chase to a T. Super sarcastic.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Nice. All right. So, let's say in a month or so, when you guys are comfortable and you've already seen the crowds go out and you're following behind them, what are you looking forward to post-corona?
Barbecue at the park.
A Brazilian wax.
Me too.
But I will say I did my own Brazilian. I will never do it again. It is worth paying the $50.
Yes.
Because you come up off that $50.
I pay $35. Where do you go?
I go to a girl. Her name is Marina. She actually waxes in her home even before the pandemic. Now, she used to work at this place, and let me tell you, when I say I got there and it was like, I was just having a day and everything was going wrong. And TMI, my vagina was not in the mood. Like, she was not in the mood for a Brazilian wax, but I had no choice. It needed to be done. And she was just so cool about how I was feeling emotionally. And I'm like that. I'm big on customer service. I don't give a fuck if you giving me French fries. I need you to give it to me with a smile. Like, I like Chick-fil-A because they make you feel like they really fuck with you. You know,
you go in, they be like, so how's your day?
Exactly.
How's your morning?
Like,
how's your kids? How's your wife?
Listen,
I
I
go in there
today. I eat that shit up. I eat up good customer service. I love it.
Damn, so I'm really missing out because I'm allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do they make everything with peanut oil or something?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do? Oh, yeah, you must.
I can't even go inside.
What about the sauce? Could she have the sauce?
What are you gonna bring me a pack of sauce?
But bring no, because
and give her Wendy's nuggets.
But the sauce is fucking lit. No, get your own.
The Polynesian or the Chick-fil-A sauce?
I like the Chick-fil-A sauce and I love their honey mustard sauce. So I'm gonna get you some sauce packets, right? And then you're gonna get French fries from wherever. Make your own French fries. When you have the sauce, it's gonna take it to the next level. Chick-fil-A sauce is just
Well, they've been open
heaven.
except Sundays, so
except because they love the Lord. I mean, there you go. Who wouldn't want to, eat from them?
Praise the
But
Lord.
yeah, so but she's just a super cool girl. So I go to her. But in this pandemic, obviously you don't want somebody that close to you. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do this shit myself. I watched a couple of YouTube videos. It took 24 hours for me to do.
You did the back.
I did the back. That's what I'm saying. It took 24 hours. It took a whole day. And I started early as fuck in the morning. And I was just like, wow, I'm lifting my stomach. I'm putting my fucking foot on the wall. Like, it was just wax everywhere.
Like Spider-Man in the crib.
It was the worst experience.
For
and
y'all
it's like,
that have never received a Brazilian, there's so much
that goes
activity.
into it. It was
Especially
powder.
if you a bigger girl.
If you're a bigger girl.
You got a lip skin.
It was
Lip
powder
cheeks.
everywhere. Like, my mom was like, what the fuck? I was like, Mom, please, I just need you to
Leave me alone.
please
Go
just
away.
go away. Like, I couldn't even explain to her. And it's like, you would think, like, I would have been comfortable with my mother helping me, but she's too annoying. She would have had, no, I couldn't even do that with
her
Roxy.
little comments and child,
Right,
girl.
exactly. Like,
I don't
wait,
need the commentary.
I gotta move the lip. Like, no, I don't
She
even
would've
need
been
my
like,
mom.
"Ooh."
I don't even need her to go there with me. But yes, it was definitely a humbling experience. So moving forward, I'll never complain about
I'm
that
gonna buy
money.
you a wax certificate so you never have to
Please
go through
do.
that again.
And then also, I'm gonna try laser too, because I need to be on some Kim K. That bitch don't got a hair nowhere.
She don't.
That's what I need in my life. Like,
the
I'm
hair on her
tired.
fucking head.
That's it. That's
Barely
it.
that.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. A real Brazilian wax.
Yeah. I think we need to get pampered and we'll be all right. Slowly going back to work, slowly going outside, not doing the same things because we're going to, we need a minute to do all of that. But I'm definitely looking forward to
will
that.
ever go back to being the
Yeah.
same. Like, I think when you fucking go into the Home Goods, you're going to have to wear your mask. You have to wait online.
Can I just tell the stores, though, to like bump up the AC?
That's it, right.
I be in stores and I be sweating bullets.
Right. I hope that now, like,
With
it
the
is.
mask.
Yeah, exactly. And then with it being summertime, like, ooh, that mask is going to take you out. So
Yeah.
stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Eat before you go outside. Like, things that you probably
Use the
never
bathroom
thought
because
of.
nobody's going to
Change your mask.
Change your
mask.
mask. Wash your mask. If you have a cloth mask and you can hand wash it and let it dry.
hand sanitizer, guys.
Yes,
Please.
yes.
Continue the
Bring your
precautions.
clothes.
Continue to be, cautious. Just because people are outside and they are barbecuing, they are, living life and trying. And sorry, but the entitlement of some people, I can't take it. Like,
We can't, but we not gonna judge them because they've been trapped, and if this is how they feel they want to escape,
nah,
so be it.
I'm judging them because
All right.
a lot of people have had stupid fucking comments like, well, people could be out
Those, yeah.
protesting. We can go out and have a good time and have a
Right.
drink.
No, that's
and you
disrespectful.
Can't
Y'all can stay
compare.
upstairs.
You can't compare the two whatsoever. So it's just like, put your fucking mask on and shut the fuck up, Jake or Emily, Karen. Put your fucking mask
Karen.
on, bitch. So yeah, I feel like you still have to be cautious and do what you need to do to stay safe.
I agree. So yeah, keep it safe, guys. New York is slowly opening. If you're not from New York, still be careful because this is a whole worldwide issue.
Don't come here.
Don't come here.
Like,
Don't
seriously.
Airbnb. Don't try to be slick.
Exactly, because a lot of people are low-key still trying to travel. I definitely got my money back from all my travel plans, so because I'm not going nowhere. I should have been in Cancun. It's July. I was supposed to be back in LA. Like, I really shouldn't even be here, but I'm here, so it's all good. I'm happy to at least be here and be healthy. So
That's
stop
right.
traveling. Take a minute. Like, I know everybody's ready to pop out, zip it and do it, but no, still calm down.
I agree. So everybody, please stay safe out there. We would love for you guys to share on our social media platform, Did I Lie Podcast, on Instagram and on Twitter about how you've been staying safe and healthy and how you've been coping with the COVID-19, regardless of where you're from, regardless of where you are. And just, continue to be safe and make sure you share our podcast, like our podcast, subscribe to our podcast, follow us on our social medias, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Take care.